Sometimes life is unfair, and I know people don't like to say that out loud. They'd rather tell you everything happens for a reason or that things will magically balance out. But sometimes things just don't go the way they should, and it hurts. You can do everything right and still lose. You can be kind and still get hurt. You can work hard and still feel stuck. You can give your best and still feel overlooked. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're living in the real world. Life doesn't hand out rewards based on effort alone. It doesn't always make sense. And it definitely doesn't feel fair all the time. And you're allowed to be upset about that. You don't have to pretend it doesn't hurt. You don't have to force optimism when your heart feels heavy. You don't have to minimize your pain just because someone else has it worse. Unfair is unfair, and acknowledging it doesn't make you weak. What makes things harder is when you start blaming yourself for things that weren't in your control. You replay moments. You wonder what you could have done differently. You tell yourself that if you were better, stronger, smarter, things wouldn't have gone wrong. But some outcomes have nothing to do with your worth. Sometimes people don't choose you. Sometimes opportunities don't come when you need them. Sometimes life takes something from you before you're ready to let it go. That doesn't mean you deserved it. Life being unfair doesn't mean it's hopeless. It just means it's unpredictable. And here's the part you need to hear. Even when life is unfair, you still get to choose how you respond. You can let it harden you, or you can let it deepen you. You can let it break your spirit, or you can let it build your strength. You don't grow by avoiding pain. You grow by surviving it without losing yourself. Think about everything you've already endured, things you never thought you'd get through, moments that felt impossible at the time. And yet, you're still here. That didn't happen by accident. Unfair situations don't define you. They reveal your resilience. They show you what you're capable of when things don't go your way. They force you to grow muscles you didn't know you had: patience, courage, adaptability. And no, it's not fair that you had to learn those lessons the hard way, but they're part of who you're becoming. You're allowed to grieve what life didn't give you, the opportunities you missed, the people who left, the timing that was wrong. Let yourself feel that loss. But don't let bitterness take over. Don't let resentment steal your future. Life being unfair doesn't mean it will always be unfair. Seasons change, circumstances shift. Things open up when you least expect them to. Some of the people who struggled the most early on end up with the strongest sense of self. Some of the people who were overlooked the longest end up building lives they never imagined. You don't see the full picture yet, and that's okay. Right now, your job isn't to make sense of everything. Your job is to keep going. One step, one day, one breath at a time. You don't need to win every battle to move forward. You just need to refuse to give up on yourself. Life being unfair doesn't cancel out your future. It doesn't erase your potential. It doesn't mean good things aren't coming. It just means the road isn't straight. And honestly, some of the most meaningful lives are built on crooked paths. You'll come out of this with more clarity, more compassion, more strength than you realize right now. Not because life was easy, but because you were strong enough to keep moving anyway. So if today feels unfair, let yourself feel it. Then remind yourself this moment doesn't get to decide who you become. Life may not always be fair, but you still get to fight for a life that feels meaningful, honest, and true to you. And that matters more than fairness ever could.